I suppose one of those issues that's growing quite a lot. I was with a company called SourcePoint the other day, and we were having a conversation about ad blocking, and obviously ad blocking huge on desktops, becoming bigger on tablets. What do you think the impact of that will be on mobile and mobile marketing spend?
It's quite an interesting topic. I think it's been debated quite a lot recently. There's some big PR announcements about ad blocking coming in. Ad blocking in mobile has actually existed since the start, so I don't see it as being anything particularly new. It's just there's a bit of a spotlight happening. Personally, I've worked in mobile, I have done for 10 years now. A lot of mobile advertising, I'll call it bad mobile advertising from a personal perspective. I would love an ad blocker. Well, I actually do use an ad blocker, but I think some ads are actually getting really exciting. So some of the touch-centric opportunities to play and investigate content, I think I actually enjoy. I believe it's an opportunity to actually really supercharge the output of what we do as an industry, and it's then that I believe that ad blocking won't be as effective or not be such a big issue as we're making out it to be at the moment. I think it's a little bit of a red herring, but I'd love to see all the rubbish stuff blocked out. So that's a good thing.
No, I totally agree. I think iOS 9 is going to be interesting because it's going to almost encourage ad blocking, and there could be some cynical views around that. But putting that aside, I think brands have to realise that putting an ad in front of someone and just interfering with their experience is that's just not right, and it's not engaging. So brands need to kind of utilise new technology, new formats, things that are immersive and actually interest a consumer, and encourage them not to block ads. Let's get away from just an interstitial that's completely irrelevant and it just turns a consumer off. Let's get to formats that actually engage consumers.
And also 85% of time spent on mobile is actually in-app anyway, and at the moment you can't really, they're starting to take over there as well, but it's minimal. And I think the more clients, I come from a content background, so for me ad blocking is actually good because it pushes people, I know, you can throw me out.
No, it's fine, we want a good conversation, don't worry.
But it pushes clients to look more at content, at sponsorship. There are some channels where ad blocking doesn't work, like search or digital out of home as well. So there are many solutions around that, and in-app is extremely important. And I don't know if you saw the New York Times now, just this week or last week, launched this new moment planning thing, which is a much better way to plan a story around mobile and moments throughout the day. So the more we see that, and the better it is for everyone, because I really don't think that ads created for the mobile experience were ever fit for purpose.
And whilst ad blocking has profound implications for display inventory, with regards to Facebook inventory, YouTube, in-stream, in-feed formats, where you're getting actually quite interesting bits and pieces coming through now, whether it be GIFs, cinegraphs, vines, etc., etc. Those kinds of formats which encourage creativity by their design are actually filtering through into engagement rates with branded content as well. So it's taken those cues from other platforms where ad blocking by its very nature isn't going to be possible, because otherwise you're not going to be allowed to use the service. So if we can take those the behaviours that we're taking on board in terms of those platforms, port that across to display elements, then we can start to benefit from both worlds as well.
So it's kind of almost a case of being really inventive and coming up with new ideas and new ways of putting across, we talk about content and content's there obviously from native advertising to video usage, and actually I suppose coming up with those inventive ways.